We all have a point where we grow up. For some of us, it's a moment that makes us realize it's not the same as it used to be. It ain't as easy as it used to be. Responsibilities, work, worry. But what happens when you become famous as a child? Where you don't need to grow up, where you have all the money, all the time in the world. What's the point of growing up? Beach Boys became popular artists when they were just kids. For example, Carl Wilson, the youngest one, when they officially started Beach Boys, where like a couple of years later they became popular, was only 14 when they started a band. What does this do to a mind?
You can imagine what a barrel of monkeys it is to be 15 or just 15 and be taken off on this odyssey.
When you have it all at such an age. By the way, to make you realize how insane that is, that would be if I became a Beach Boy right now. I would still be older than Carl Wilson when he became a Beach Boy. I mean, fuck it, I have a shot. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. I broke it! Oh no! I'm gonna get a good old clown down for this silly action. Oh my feathers. Oh, this is just a big fat dildo. No! Luigi, you're gonna be the target of this, bro. Oh, fuck you, Luigi. What's poppin', Logan? You know, guys, why am I mad? You know why? We have these fumes raging, right? You know why? You know why? It's because I recorded this video. Stop fucking looking at my feet, dude. It's because I recorded this video, but I deleted it. So I'm mad at myself, right? And a little bit of the group therapy, I'm gonna have to, you know, die. Die! What have I done? Oh no. Oh, bro, he has a dent, bro. Yeah, look at that. The stool. Hardly diddly do, neighbors. My name is Pied Piper.
Hardly diddly diddly, my name Piper.
Let's get this, come on. Hardly diddly do.
Hardly diddly do. Es ļoti labi izskatos.
And welcome back to another video. As you can see, I got a little mad for the fact that I deleted my previous footage, you know? Dude, if I ever become popular, this thing's gonna be one of the most rich things on eBay that I could sell. I'm telling you, man. Howdy diddly do, neighbors. My name is Pied Piper, and excluding that intro today, we're gonna be talking about one of my favorite Beach Boys fan albums, A Child's Guide to Adult Life by Thump Stuff. So basically, if you don't know what a fan album is, it's basically a fan looks at an album and says, damn bro, what if they did this and just rearranges the songs or adds different songs together and just boom, slaps it all out, you know? And this is an album that takes in an alternative timeline and a different timeline, which I'm gonna recount today the story of. And of course, I'm gonna go over the songs, telling them what I personally think of them, you know? So, you know, let's just have some fun. You know, let's do a little scoop around the subscribe button. You know, wouldn't it be nice if you smashed the like button too? And you know, it's okay. Dude, I'm getting those references good. So a couple of things I want to mention. All of this story I have basically gotten from the guy's description of this video. By the way, everything's in the link description. Just go check it out. I've gotten it there. The guy is very talented. Not only is there just a still image, but there's actually background footage of them playing, and this is my personal album cover, I think I did a pretty good job. I didn't find an official one or the thing that the guy made, but so I used this one. So yeah, hope you like it. So yeah, please go check him out, give him some support. He has another fan album, or a fan tape collection, I don't know. So as I said, the guy has done more of his stuff, and there comes the mixes, and I love the fact that there's a story included. So I'm gonna recount the story. You're gonna all hear along. I made this video because I think it's a really interesting fan album with an interesting alternative universe, and the fact I just really like it, honestly. So yeah, without further ado, in another life, September 1st, 1977, a brawl breaks out at Central Park. The album before all of these events was Beach Boys Love You, which was an album kind of in a similar essence of Smile, but it wasn't similar at all at the same time, with the more childish lyrics and the heavy synth and electronic music. But there was, in early 77, planned to be adult child. But that will maybe the last part will come a lot more important to the end. The band had gone undergoing shifts. The Beach Boys were always ran as a democracy, so they kind of split into two parties. There were the free livers, which was Carl and Dennis, and then there were the mediators, which were Al Jardine and Mike Love, still alive. On this night, the tensions were extremely high, and that caused a brawl. To understand what were like each of these guys' plans, think, you know, Americans, Burgerland, right? Think of it as like Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Mike Love and Al Jardine, they wanted to, you know, keep the fun surfing songs, while Dennis and Carl just wanted to try new stuff and try a lot more of their stuff. At this time, Dennis had made Pacific Ocean Blues, which is apparently a really good album. I should give it a listen to, but I haven't. I'm sorry, Dennis, but you shouldn't also, you know, have sex with people that are related to you, Dennis. Or invite Charles Manson. The Beach Boys lore is crazy. What I said there is actually not a lie, it's just true. You should check out documentaries, man. So that was the main tensions, and around this time, to give you a little rundown, last of their album, where in my opinion their best albums were when they all worked together, and that kind of mixed the balance because it was just 2-2, but now there's little Brian over there. So which one is he gonna pick? Which one, Brian? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Short but ain't gonna get you out of this one. The following day, emergency meeting was called, where they basically go into nowhere and said Dennis left the band for good. However, the band was still obligated to get one last album. They all had to lock in for one more album. To Carl's frustration, Love pursued or coerced, depends on who you ask, Brian to cede his vote to the mediators, or Mike and Al, which kind of meant that they're all gonna now go to Maharishi International University. That's how it actually is said. Damn. The best place to record an album at. Also, this meant that they could basically veto any idea from Carl and Dennis if they really felt like it. Within a month, they're recording, as stated, MIU. I wonder where I have heard that name before. Within a month, the band, excluding Carl and Dennis, at the Maharishi International University. The sessions were a complete disaster. Brian attended, but Brian just did their nothing. In real life, I don't know how in this, most of the time, he did his recordings and went to play ping pong. So this basically meant Mike Love and Al Jardine just took full control and just had to do it. After weeks of recording, described by Brian's bodyguard, Stan Love, which is not related from my knowledge to Mike Love. I am wrong, because I was looking at the wiki, right? And I was just like taking a picture of him. I just remembered him and I just wanted to put it in the video. And I was sitting here, his father, basketball player Kevin Love, is the younger brother of the Beach Boys singer Mike Love. So they are related. What? Bro, the Beach Boys bloodline goes crazy, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm fucking related to the Beach Boys, man. He put it as torture, agony, like being put right in the middle of nowhere, frozen and cold and small. Carl and Dennis later on rejoined the group in the studio for the first time, but that also went nowhere and also caused a brawl. It caused a fight between Carl, Mike, Stan, and Dennis. Everybody was just at it, you know. And resulting, Brian with his brothers, Dennis and Carl, flew back to LA. In this world, the Wilsons came back to LA. So Al Jardine and Mike were left to just finish the album, which fun fact, as their only goal, they failed. It was put to a halt. Wait. Is it the review part of side A? So the whole album has this like really cool like intersliced like little parts sections type of aesthetic, and it fantastically starts with Almost Summer. Now, later on it's explained why this song is on this album, which I'm not gonna spoil, you can wait, but I am an absolute fan of this track. Mike loves nerdy vocals and the fact that it's about, you know, cracking your book, giving that teacher a dirty look, you're growing up. Little by little, it's gonna be it's almost summer. It's just fact that it's like so cleverly written. I think it's a Brian loves Brian and a Mike song, which is, you know, really, it sounds like it, you know. I love the chorus. I love that Mike Love just talks about all the classmates and he references all the Wilson brothers. Brian wants to start a band, Carl wants something sports related, and Dennis wants a little scoop. This track has a really cool charm. It really well fits into the album, and if you just stick to the end of the video, which you really should, I'll explain why. So yeah, I love this track. This is an amazing. And yes, 40-year-old men talking about going back to school sounds, you know, just like how 40-year-old men would describe school, basically. Anyways, Why Won't You Come Out Link is an acapella section from Why Won't You Come Out Tonight, which is a song on the MIU. I like it. The lyrics are a little scary, let me be honest. Look at that there. But in my opinion, it's a really cool acapella part, or an acapella part that links into Match Point of Our Love. This track is really great because this, in my opinion, describes the album really well. Because it's about a relationship that's failing, that's falling apart, that's crumbling to pieces. Both of them realizing we are not really meant to be with each other. But then also then come into realization that no one ever held me the way you do. You know, so they just came together. But it's a really mature about a really adult topic, right? Written in tennis lingo. I first, like, when I first heard it, I didn't hear it at all. But now, like, when I listened to it, I'm like, yeah. So it's a really mature subject. Just completely being crushed by the fact that it's about tennis, just written in tennis lingo, right? This is as if I described like my life of my grandfather and his tragic demise in Fortnite lingo. How would that fucking even sound? He was trying to get them, he was trying to get in the circle, but he failed. He didn't have no chug jugs. Teammates failed to get his reboot card. He pushed 90s in the glory days, now barely gets in the top 20. I love this track. It's a really amazing track. It's really beautiful Carl's smooth vocals. Carl's vocals are like butter. He goddamn is so smooth. I love it, and he just does an amazing job. The ending with the vocals is also amazing. I love Beach Boys harmonies. The satisfying drum beat and the string arrangement is really cool on this track. I personally really like it. I like this track. I liked it on MIU and I liked it here. Next track is Everybody Wants to Live Just Once. Oh, my leg is indeed in a lot of pain. I am a connoisseur of this track, okay? I love this track as much as I love Coca-Cola.
Criminal.
This track, in my opinion, is a pure Brian banger. This track is about struggles of life and the fact that everybody wants to live at least once. Maybe this is a struggle about mental health, maybe it's a struggle about the whole world, and maybe it's just Brian admitting that he doesn't even like music or celebration music. I don't know how you would put it best. I am a real big fan of this. This is such a great track with that satisfying rhythm on the piano, the offbeat but yet on-beat drums, you know, and the synths and the organ. I love that organ. I learned this track because I thought it was gonna be real complex. No, it's a pretty simple track in my opinion. I'm really recommending you to learn it if you really care about it. Just didn't have the rhythm. In my opinion, this also fits really well. This is about the fact that, oh man, I suck at being an adult. I just want to have fun at least a little, okay? And it's a really wholesome Brian track. It's really real. The first track, the first line literally goes, "A cigarette butt, when you throw it in the water, go shh." I really love this track. It's a real track. It's real. It's a really real track, and in my opinion, it's a really human track also. I just love it in my opinion. It's a great track. The next track is Come and Go With Me. I love this track. This has a 6 sax solo. This is an L track. This is a cover of an old banger. I forgot its name. It's probably Come and Go With Me, but I forgot by whom it's originally. Beach Boys do an amazing track at covering old bangers. This is now a thing that he does occasionally. He's like, ah man, what if we bring back an old banger? Sloop Jumbie. What if we bring back an old Dizzle Dazzler? Cotton Pig. What if we written, you know, a really wholesome track about loving my wife and steal a little bit from Mozart? Like, he does it all the goddamn time. Put this man in a big barn. Why did I say barn? What does that even mean, guys? Can you translate this shit to me, bro? I think this track kinda doesn't fit on the album. In my opinion, it's weird. Like it doesn't fit, right? Personally, I would have replaced it with Baseballs On, okay? That track deserves to be on this album. This track and an oddball. But yeah, this is a really cool track. I like it. It's a alright track. It really fits well in the MIU, but doesn't really fit here, you know. The Beach Boys backing vocals on this one always burn my damn hand. And Al's vocals itself are really smooth, breezy, and light and weight, and like a chicken braid. But yeah, coming and going with that track, we could go to Sherry, She Needs Me, which is with a really reverby start, or like a really like nostalgic feeling Beach Boys reverby backing vocals-esque sound. That's really complex explanation, but that's the only one I could really muster up right now, which is the custom mixing on this like a fan album. The slow guitar clicks in into Sherry, She Needs Me. I'll be real, I'll be straight, not really. I'll just say it how it is. In my opinion, mix is not the best here, okay? Brian's vocals are great, and I'm gonna get to that, but in my opinion, like, there's so many parts missing. Like, the ending bit is kind of missing, in my opinion. Like, it just feels like less. I like the Made in California more. That has a little auto-tune, but I don't know. I think Brian's one's good in both of them, personally. I think this is just kind of a bad pick. There should have been like a different one, in my personal opinion. It uses an instrumental from, if I remember, 1965 with 1967 vocals. Wow. What silliness does that do? No, but going on to the track itself, the instrumental is alright. What I really want to go on is Brian's vocals. Brian sings this song in such a way that he knows Sherry, right? It's such an emotional sung. Brian's vocals are really real in the way that they're so rough, but they hit the high notes just barely, right? Brian, when he made Love You, he had laryngitis, and after years of smoking, he sounded like a boiled chicken, honestly, okay? And when he got recovered from laryngitis, he really showed that he could hit high notes still. I mean, She's Got Rhythm is a great example, okay? Listen to that track if you want to hear Brian pop off like back in the good old days in the 60s, you know? But in this track, it's amazing. When he does the chorus and the chorus at the end, it's so, you can feel that he's just like barely hitting them high notes, you know. But in that way, it feels very real, in my opinion, because it's rough, it's a little broken, it's not the best, the high notes are barely there, but, or actually really there, but still, it sounds so real. It really sounds like Brian is pleading with Sherry, right? This track is about, you know, a relationship failing, kind of like Match Point, but then being like, it's over, bro. And, you know, it's just, I don't know. I think this is a really great track. I really like it, in my opinion. Just in my personal opinion, like, it could have been a better instrumental mix, or just a mix in general, personally. Next track is an oddball, because next track is a Dennis track called He's a Bum. Now, we're gonna get also explaining. We're also gonna get later on explaining why, you know, there's Dennis tracks on this shit. But for right now, I'll talk about the track. He's a Bum is a bit of a banger. It's a great track. I like He's a Bum. The, you know, fast moving rhythm, you know, and I think, and I don't know what the song, because I've not listened to it as much as some of the Summer of also Almost Summer and like other songs, right? In my opinion, it's a pretty good track. I like it. I think it's about, you know, when you're a bum, you can't lose anything. You're at the rock bottom, so it can only go up. Also, then it says hot dog. Hot dog. I'm not lying to you. This is why you should listen to the track, okay? It's an alright track. I don't know. I don't really enjoy it as much as the other ones. I think it gets a little weak around here. But it's a really good track in general. It's really well made, you know. But the next track is Lines. Lines Around the Clock. Oh, line. Now fuck, I messed up. This is an amazing track. This is another Brian track. And guess what this track is about? This track is about going to a movie theater and watching a film. Because this track is, in my opinion, just about learning to live again. Adult Child had a lot of this, where there were just really simple tracks like it, like not really lyrically complex, but still written really well. And it's about Brian going to a movie theater, seeing a romance, and then just hoping that they fall in love, right? You know, and it's such a human experience. You know, listen, I read gay comics a lot, okay? Or I used to, at least. And I feel that, and it's such a universal feeling that it hits really well. And I like how Brian has his rough vocals and then Carl ends it at the end. And when it has the big fall, it's like an amazing little gem. I love it. It's such a nice track, you know. I give it 5 booms. Boom, 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 boom. Anyways, back to the story. With no album in the works, and Beach Boys just refusing to talk to each other, engineer and a friend of the band, Steven Desper, was tasked with mixing the Adult Child tapes. See, I told you that would come important. Alongside with unreleased material to, you know, make the album and finish the contract with Warner Bros. Upon hearing that the adult child tapes were now being mixed, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just join back the lobby. Alongside, they worked and they picked out tracks they wanted and they got 20 minutes. By the way, guys, what the fuck are you doing? Why did you not include baseballs on? Guys, what the hell is going on there? Hello? So they're like, let's take something from the Maharishi International University, or let's take something from the MIU tapes, where Come and Go With Me and a lot of tracks like that got from, right? Upon hearing that the adult child tapes were being mixed and hearing them, Dennis Wilson was really pressured into giving 2 of his tracks. He's a bum! And another one I'm gonna talk about later. The concept of the last ever Beach Boys album gave Carl a newfound energy, right? It gave him a newfound goal to do it, to get through this rough time, because in this universe and in reality, this is a really horrible time for the Beach Boys. Nobody was having fun, you know, nor surfing. So they were all in a horrible time, and Carl was also really suffering. 79 was a bad year from what I know. So he decided to just finish this album and go on to a new page of life. Brian Wilson and Mike Love and Al Jardine also joined. Brian Wilson, Mike Love, and Al Jardine also joined the sessions on mixing and finishing the final masters. Furious about Dennis getting 2 tracks and an interview alongside, and the fact that there were no surf tracks, Michael was like, let's get It's Almost Summer or Almost Summer. Honestly, kind of a good idea. Give Mikey a round of applause. That was a banger, you know. Give him that good old -1% non-balding hair, okay? Brian also vetoed to remove Bugged at My Old Man because Brian thought it was making fun of his lost father. But together with Carl and Audrey, which was Brian's mother, they got him to, you know, take the vote away to keep the track on. On July 5th, 1978, the Beach Boys ended in the Masters, and here is A Child's Guide to Adult Life. The group was done. There was no beach, and they all scattered, and there was no boys. It was, you know, it was just lost in the sauce. And their parting message was, children had left home and grown into adults. The Beach Boys had become men. I mean, they could have continued. They just named themselves Men. A collection of different genres, a group that didn't want to talk to each other who made it, and a band that was really struggling to make really tracks, you know? But it was held together by a sincere, human, tough line. When asked about the album, Carl Wilson had this to say: I think it's about wanting to be young and I think it's about wanting to be young and the realization that those things being over. Maybe within that finding, there's a joy in that realization that we're not here forever and that it might just be alright. I think there's a mistype, or I'm just reading it really badly. Don't get it. This is an album about growing up. This is about an album where you want to be young, you want to be youthful, but you realize that it's not the way to be. Look at tracks like Almost Summer. The message there, while not planned, is, you know, finishing school, doing school, and wanting to grow up, but also not wanting to grow up when you handle adult situations and not take care of them best. And just growing up in general, living life, like with tracks like, you know, Lines and Everybody Wants to Live Just Once, you know? You can really make a beautiful story out of all these tracks, but we have to finish the final side. Side B starts with behind the scenes tapes, where basically they compiled some tapes that they just put out, and it starts with a message of Mike Love from the MIU documentary, which has this really fucking weird thumbnail. Like, why is bro so mad? I really recommend you watch it. It's a really great documentary. Also, there is one of my favorite unreleased Beach Boys tracks, My Comeback to LA. That is a banger. But yeah, other than the Mike's message, we get In the Back of Brian's Mind. And this track is really special for me because it's a re-recording of an older Beach Boys song called In the Back of My Mind. And this recording was done in 1975, or somewhere around there, honestly. I'm not good with dates. This is the official half point, in my opinion, of Brian's voice. You can hear when he's talking in the start of the track that, you know, he has this rough voice, right? But as he's singing through the whole track, you can see he hits such beautiful high notes. It's really sad to see what a lot of years of smoking and a whole whole non-healthy stuff can do to a beautiful voice like Brian's. If you listen to any of the older Beach Boys tracks, he jumps the notes like he's doing jumping jacks. Love this track. In my opinion, for me, it's the official version of In the Back of My Mind. And the album's called In the Back of Brian's Mind. Originally, it was sung by Dennis, and I think he did a great job with a great composition on the album. But Brian, just a simple piano and just Brian's voice and being so rough and then hitting the high notes is just perfect in my opinion. I love that, you know. Next track that we have is Bugged at My Old Man, and you can feel the immediate switch in Brian's voice from having at least high notes to Brian with, I think, laryngitis, where his voice is fucky and he just struggles to sing this track. This is again another older track that the Beach Boys did. You can listen to it on Summer Days and Summer Nights, where you can hear Brian singing, and he has ridiculously high notes in that one. But in this version, he's just barely getting through. And there's still Carl and Dennis, who just slowly come up to the mic and just do their part, and you can tell that they're just having a blast. There's a video of this. It's a really, you know, great track in my opinion. It's funny. It's so awesome to see Brian smiling, Carl and Dennis smiling, you know. And they sing the song pretty well. It's about being bugged at your dad and your dad abusing you. Finally, Dennis starts talking about the start of the Beach Boys vocals that goes into Memories of a Surfer Girl, which is a really reverby, nostalgic feeling collection of Beach Boys vocals, or this time just them singing Surfer Girl. Amazing. I love this type of tracks. In my opinion, they are so amazing. Somebody should make like an hour version of just tracks like that, really reverby, like spacious feeling, you know. Somebody should do that, okay? And just like Mario hitting a lucky block, you get Still I Dream of It, which I can't get into track. If I were to sit here and describe how beautiful this track is, I'll be here for another 7 days. That's a great snack on in Latin tongue. I like it. This is an amazing track. This is about longing for love and wanting to, you know, be loved. I think this is a beautiful track in a way that it has this dreamy synths, you know, and it has this like dreamy feeling all throughout it, you know, and the orchestra, the big band feeling, you know, it's really all there. In my opinion, it's one of the Brian's, if not Brian's, best song ever written. I'm saying that unironically right now, because in my opinion, it's a beautiful track. The way it's written from like a diary perspective, the way it's so cryptic but so honest and so Brian at the same time, I love it. This is an absolute amazing track. If my explanation doesn't do it, just go and listen. The demo version on the piano or this version. I love you. This is the last Dennis track on the album, and it's I don't really enjoy that much. You know, it starts as a track with like good Dennis vocals and a like nice piano start, you know. And it goes into this part where he starts singing, and then it like goes into like the Beach Boys reverby vocals, you know, spacious thing. I don't mind it, but I think like it's kind of awkward to start the track, have the track be a big drop, and then they just never follow.
Firstly, I would like to apologize.
And these dreamy vocals, they all fade, you know, they all conjure up, and they, like sometimes life gets struck down, but it's over now. It's over now, and Still I Dream of It are like amazing tracks together. You can put them like in front or behind each other in any which order and they work. Still I Dream It could be dreaming about love, and It's Over Now maybe could be about losing that love that you always dreamt of. It's Over Now could be about losing love, and Still I Dream of It is realizing, you know, next time I'll do better. They work amazingly, and I love this. Carl's vocals are smooth as a little chicken. I love Carl's vocals. He does them so well and so professionally, you know. They're amazing. The whole big band orchestra is amazing, you know. And it's just really great. And fun part, the Heaven is Far Away is sung by a woman. What woman? What a woman. Merlin, Brian's wife. This track was really based on the fact that their relationship was failing, and Brian just put it in, and you know what? It kinda is uncanny. Little fucking weird in my opinion, but I like it, okay? It's a truly great track, you know, and it has such Brian lyrics talking about, you know, Frank Sinatra and just taking a Frank Sinatra and going to bed crying. Like these are, I love Brian's writing in the fact that he writes in such a human, real way. Like that's a thing we do. We listen to music and we cry. We cry. You know, and that's what he did there. He was like, you know, man, put it in the track. Shades of Blue and Purple Haunt Me. It's amazing. And I love this track. God damn it. Give this an upvote. Reddit, get this to top post of the month, please. And then, as a slow heartbeat starts beating with reverby vocals, and the hearing of an arrangement called New English Waltz, it slowly starts beating up until Carl screams. Life is for Sounds like I said Carl Creams. This is a bang. I say that a lot because truly they are, okay? This is such an upbeat track. Life is for the living is a great way to end this album. This song is about, dude, you're not gonna live until you start living. Put away the drugs, start eating healthy, okay? Get your shit together, okay? And Beach Boys are saying it to you more straight than me. More straight than me. Carl's loud and honestly kind of hot vocals are just screaming through the whole track. And the fact that the first line is about stop doing cocaine or not doing cocaine is just amazing. That's a Brian thing. Brian knew it and Brian went through it, so he put a goddamn to it. That sounded like the chorus to it. It's okay. And the fact that like Brian just kind of kicks in to does his line, or just kind of kicks in to do his line.
Get it? Like cocaine, like snorting cocaine.
It just like comes from the side as Carl stops doing just like say extra like stuff. Like I just love it, you know. It is just amazing, you know. It's truly amazing. I love it, you know. And at the end, he's putting in all his rage and just screams. But this is over. The final Beach Boys album is over, or this alternative universe. If you actually for this whole video thought this was a real, you know, thing and thought that the Beach Boys ended, I have good news. They published a lot more albums after this. Mid, maybe, but good for me. I love this album. This whole concept is such a cool idea. The way it was written is such a cool idea. The fact that they fractured and the fact that they slowly just all came together to finish the album, you know, it's such a cool water. Beach Boys albums are not perfect, and there are things I want to change. I already said I kind of want Come and Go of Me to be replaced with Baseballs On. Sure, She Needs Me needs a better mix, and replace I Love You with Hey Little Tomboy. Fuck it, why not? I love this. This is a really cool album. I don't have a lot to say. In my opinion, this is a really interesting alternative universe. Was very close to actually happening. They gotta get to it. They gotta get through it. They gotta get with it. And, you know, I just like that. It's really alternative. I like the way it played out in real life. And I like the way it even played out in here, honestly. But yeah, anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. I'm sorry this was another Beach Boys video, but I do videos on what the fuck I want to do the videos on, okay, bro? So it's kind of a skill issue for you. So anyways, thank you for watching. Shout out my patrons. Deep breath. Go check out my Patreon if you want. Also like and subscribe. And bust.